Of course, Mark Twain, the pen name for Samuel Langhorne Clemens, 1835-1910, is one of America's most beloved and influential literary figures. He was more than just a novelist. He was a humorist, satirist, social critic, and lecturer who captured the essence of 19th century America with wit, wisdom, and a healthy dose of skepticism. Here is a comprehensive overview of his life and legacy. Quick profile. Real name, Samuel Langhorne Clemens. Lifespan, November 30th, 1835, April 21st, 1910. Pen name, Mark Twain, a riverboat term meaning 2 fathoms deep, or safe water. Known for The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, his distinctive wit, and his critique of American society. Famous? Quote, "Truth is stranger than fiction, but it is because fiction is obliged to stick to possibilities. Truth isn't." The making of a writer, a true American life. Twain's own life was as rich and varied as his fiction, providing him with a deep well of material. Riverboat pilot on the Mississippi. Before he was a writer, he was a licensed steamboat pilot. This experience gave him his famous pen name and a profound understanding of the river and its people, which became the heart of his greatest works. Journalist in the American West, he worked as a miner and a journalist in Nevada and California, honing his distinctive, humorous storytelling style. Travel correspondent. His travels to Europe and the Holy Land, chronicled in The Innocents Abroad, established his fame and his persona as a sharp-eyed American commentator on Old World culture. Major works and their impact: The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, 1876, a nostalgic, often humorous look at boyhood and small-town life on the Mississippi River. It introduced the world to Tom Sawyer, Huckleberry Finn, and Becky Thatcher. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, 1884, widely considered the great American novel. Narrative voice. Its revolutionary use of the American vernacular, Huck's first-person Missouri dialect, changed the course of American literature. Themes. It's a profound story about friendship, conscience, and morality. Huck's decision to help his friend Jim, an enslaved man seeking freedom, even though he believes it will condemn him to hell, is one of the most powerful moments in American literature. Controversy. The book's honest depiction of racism and its use of racial slurs have made it one of the most frequently challenged books in the U.S., sparking ongoing debates about censorship, context, and its anti-racist message. Life on the Mississippi, 1883. A blend of memoir, travelogue, and history that captures the romance and reality of the steamboat era. A Connecticut Yankee in King Arthur's Court, 1889. A satirical science fiction novel that critiques the romanticism of the past and explores the dangers of technology and unchecked progress. Twain the humorist and social critic. Twain's humor was never just for laughs. It was a weapon he used to expose hypocrisy, injustice, and the follies of the damned human race. Against imperialism, he became a fierce vice president of the American Anti-Imperialist League, lambasting U.S. actions in the Philippines and other colonial ventures. Critique of religion. He was often skeptical of organized religion, writing satires about piety and human nature's conflict with religious dogma. Champion of the underdog. Throughout his work, he displayed a deep sympathy for the marginalized, the child, and the individual struggling against societal constraints. The man and the persona. Mark Twain was a master of self-promotion. With his white suit, bushy mustache, and slow, drawling delivery, he became one of America's first true celebrities. He was a brilliant and sought-after public speaker who toured the world, cementing his legend. His later life was marked by personal tragedy, including the deaths of his wife and 3 of his 4 children, and financial ruin from bad investments. This personal grief deepened the pessimism in his later writings, though it never fully extinguished his wit. Legacy. Mark Twain's legacy is immense. The voice of America. He defined the sound and spirit of a certain kind of American character. Irreverent, practical, funny, and deeply moral. A literary revolution. By championing the American vernacular, he freed writers from the constraints of formal European English, paving the way for authors like Hemingway and Faulkner. An enduring conscience. His works remain vital because they grapple with America's central enduring conflicts: freedom versus conformity, innocence versus experience, and the struggle for justice in a flawed society. As his friend and writer William Dean Howells put it, he was the Lincoln of our literature. He captured the voice of the common person and used it to explore the nation's most profound truths. This response is AI-generated, for reference only,